topics and opinions expressed in the following show are solely those of the hosts and their guests and not those of W4CY Radio, its employees, or affiliates. We make no recommendations or endorsements for radio show programs, services, or products mentioned on air or on our web. No liability, explicit or implied, shall be extended to W4CY Radio or its employees or affiliates. Any questions or comments should be directed to those show hosts. Thank you for choosing W4CY Radio.
Welcome to the Eat and Critique Show with restaurant critics Steve-O and Sophia. Brought to you by one of Steve-O and Sophia's favorite Incontro Italian cuisine and steakhouse located on the Walk in Coral Springs. Now, sit back while award-winning restaurant critics Steve-O and Sophia share with you the good, the bad, and the ugly in South Florida dining.
Good evening, South Florida, and welcome to another episode of Eat and Critique with Steve-O and Sophia.
You know, when you introduce the show, you always got this cute smile.
Oh,
Always. Why do you do that?
I think it's funny. I don't know.
I think you like doing the show.
I love doing the
You're
show.
very good at it, too.
I love doing the show. Welcome, listeners. Welcome to another episode. What are we talking about tonight?
Oh, we're going to be talking about burgers tonight.
And Mafia. No.
Burgers and Mafia.
Burgers and Mafia.
And we're going to give some restaurants. You know who opened up a restaurant?
Gift certificates.
Oh,
We
God.
have
We've
some
got
gift
some great
certificates still.
gift certificates to give away. Somebody wrote us today about a restaurant. Actually, it's a food truck called Dem Boys.
Dem Boys.
Boyz. And I heard it's really good.
I've heard they're very good too.
Barbecue.
Boy, do they pile on the barbecue on their ribs.
You know what? I saw where tacos just got totally saturated. Now there's too many taco restaurants.
We talked about that.
And barbecue is getting.
I think there's
Same
way
thing.
too many barbecue and taco places. That's my personal opinion. And every time you turn around, there's another one on the corner.
That's right. And there's so many. Well, Sophie and I find out about restaurants that are getting ready to open before they open. And there's a lot of taco places getting ready to open.
They're probably closed because there's so many. Sorry.
Sophie, you know what? And I talk about this every week. It's really sad. I mean, every day now I read about another restaurant closing up, but they're not just closing up. It's not like, well, we're going to retire and, you know, we've been doing this for a long time. No, it's they're closing up and just sticking a sign
and
on the
probably
door.
not paying their employees, which is really sad. Or
Well, we found that
their
out about
tenants or-
Ocean One,
right.
that they had not been paying their employees. They had not been paying their vendors. I guess they weren't paying their rent either, but they're gone. But it's just so sad because these people in the restaurant business really, I mean, it's like raising a child. There's so much effort and love put into it.
And money.
And money.
Their whole life.
And just to have them close the doors like that.
Well, that's life.
I know, but it's
That's a
sad.
Mafia song too. That's life.
Don't start singing.
I was almost ready.
Don't start singing.
Almost did. But you know what I was excited about was you had said that Max, our friend Max Santiago, opened another place, and you know we should try to get him on the show because his donuts were amazing. He makes them
So creative.
He is brioche. And Max, if you're listening, I'm still waiting on the baklava cookie and donut. I don't know if you ever did that, but
Well,
I'm
he's
still
partners with
waiting.
Batch.
Yeah, no, not
That's what the
Batch.
article's saying now.
Really, he switched.
And they're saying that they opened up another one in Fort Lauderdale.
Oh, because he was part of the remember the one in Boca that
Batch.
no, it was that funny name about a construction company. It was like a construction
Oh, you know what? It's called Blueprint, right?
blueprint.
But the media is still calling it Batch.
Why?
So
It's
I don't know
Blueprint.
because it started off as Batch.
Okay. Well, Max, if you're listening, congratulations. We're happy
So
for you.
creative. He brought us donuts that when we were in studio, I mean, people didn't even care we were on the air.
You know, they were trying to grab them from me off the stage while I was trying to present.
Sophia's holding on to the box for life, and they're pulling the box. I thought it was going to rip open.
And the donuts fly. That was pretty funny. But he opened, he teamed up with Flashback Diner.
Yes.
And that's a fabulous diner, actually, in Davie, Florida.
Well, the article was saying that a lot of countries wanted him to open up bakeries. But he told us how difficult because the doughs are different
Right.
in different countries. The water is different.
Right.
But yeah, he's did a joint venture with what's it called? The diner.
Flashback.
Yes.
Diner. So happy for you, Max.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to come down. The donuts are brioche, and it's a donut you are not going to get. You know, everybody talks about Jupiter Donuts, and we learned that actually Dunkin' Donuts were frozen.
Yeah.
And that's why they always feel so and taste so dry. But
I don't like Dunkin' Donuts.
I
I'll get their iced coffee. Some of their drinks are really good, but their donuts, they're not fresh.
No, they're not. Hey, Ralph.
Yeah, care. So and you should try Blueprint.
Oh, they're good.
It's a designer cookie store. That's another thing that's starting to get oversaturated. There are 4 major players in town now.
Oh, I
You know, with
didn't.
multiple locations. There's a new one coming out called Munchie Crumbles. Or
Oh,
something.
I saw the munchie.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, only so much you can do with cookies. But their cookies, oh my God, they did a carrot cake cookie.
Key
Their
lime.
key lime cookie.
Okay.
Their chocolate chip was out of this world.
That was they were creative. That was Max again.
Their
creating it.
Blueprint is the one that we know about is over in the town center, not the mall, the strip center right down the street. And boy, I tell you what a great gift to give somebody. You know that? Are they expensive? Yes. Are they worth it? Yes.
And are you making me hungry right now for one? Yes.
Wow. And you know what? I guess I can tell people I'm not embarrassed at all. So I'm taking the shot. What's it called? Ozempic?
Ozempic.
Yeah. So one of the things it does is it wipes out your appetite. It actually, food is thickening. Can you believe that? Me saying that?
No. We're in trouble with our tastings.
How I'm gonna do it, but no, but I've only taken the second week. I've lost 183 pounds so far.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe 160.
Maybe like 5.
I don't know. I don't know what if I haven't been weighing myself, but I'll let you know after 6 weeks how it worked for me. Everyone I've talked to have said it worked for them. So, we'll see. But it has definitely curbed my appetite.
Here's my phone. I thought I turned it off. Sorry.
I said we're going to be talking burgers today. We're also going to be talking bagels today.
And the bagel part makes me sad because Brighton Bagels that were in
Oh,
Boynton
yeah.
had the best bagels, and they were supplying a lot of the bagel stores and country clubs around Palm Beach and Broward. And they closed. They were one that just closed, and they were very popular and very good. And the lines were always out the door. You had to wait an hour.
Bagels were good.
They were good. So I don't know. This bagel topic's going to make me sad because honestly, I don't know if
They were nice people.
They were, but I don't know if anyone's going to have a bagel as good as what
Yeah.
they had.
Well, I got to tell you, you're right. It was a wonderful bagel, but my favorite place is still New York Bagel.
Really?
Yep. Brooklyn Bagel. Brooklyn.
Brooklyn Bagel.
Now, it's so funny. And if Vito's listening right now, he's laughing his head off because they say it's the water.
Right.
Vito said there's no way it's not the water that makes their bagels.
About the pizza too, but
I know.
Jeff actually was part of Brooklyn Bagels before Brighton, so that's probably why it was so good.
But that's still my favorite bagel.
Really?
That place called Rob's in Coral Springs is really good too. But there's a contest going on in town. It's called Best Bagels that Sun Sentinel's doing. And here's the bagels that they have that are in the finals. You want to tell everybody?
No, I'm kidding. Well, some of them I've never even heard of, to be honest.
Well, the reason why is,
I'm in Palm Beach.
Well, that is one reason. The other one is it's Reader's Choice.
Well, there's Bagel Snack, which I've heard of. Pompano Bagels and Company. Fort Lauderdale Broadway Bagels. Never heard of that. Plantation Brooklyn Water Bagel. A water bagel. See, it is the water.
That's Brooklyn Water Bagels. That's it. That's really the whole name of it.
Water? So
yeah.
Then why say that water is not the
I'm telling you, Vito says there is no such thing. He actually jokes about it all the time.
Well, this one cracks me up. Dania Beach Mo's. What's that? That's a bagel place? Doesn't sound like one, but.
There they've got two locations in Aventura and in Hollandale. Trying to think of another good bagel place. And they're usually places that bake them on site.
I bet I know one.
What?
Vincent's French Bakery in Lake Worth.
They make bagels?
He makes bagels. He makes all his pastries. He makes everything there. He had bagels there. Not a wide variety, but.
Sophia, have you ever had a bialy? You have? With the onions?
Yes.
Oh my God, those are so good. The only thing is they're so thin.
Well, that's why they're called a bialy.
Why is that? Does that mean they're thin?
I guess.
I didn't know that.
I'm making it up.
See, no, you had me because you're so smart.
A bialy. I forget why they call it a bialy, but to be honest.
Oh my
Bob,
God.
if you're listening, call and tell us.
I love bialys.
Well, it's a combination between a bagel and I guess
the only thing is, though, when you slice it, if you're going to butter it or put cream cheese on it, it's so thin already, it's hard to slice it. But those are the bagels that are the finalists in the best bagel this is in the Sun Sentinel. Because this is probably Broward. Because we know that place we went to, that bagel place we went to that time for lunch, their bagels are really good. Everything but bagel or something All That Bagel.
I don't remember that.
Well, you're in Lake Worth. I was surprised there's not any.
Lake Clark
Like,
Shores.
well, but you know what I'm saying. Lake Clark, there's not. There's no bagel place in Lake Clark Shores.
There's no bagel place that I could even think of in West Palm Beach. The only
Really? In
thing
West
I
Palm?
can think is Boca. I can't think of any, honestly, except maybe Vincent's French Bakery, but he doesn't make a wide, assortment like a bagel place would make every flavor you could think of.
If you'd like to tell us about a bagel place that you know of,
In Palm
you
Beach.
can call us at 561-623-9429 and tell us your favorite bagel place.
Mhm.
I was just thinking today, I said, I've never done a show on bagels before. Done it on breakfast, but no bagels.
Mhm.
I know we're going to be having a show come up about Easter,
Easter.
places to go dine at on Easter. Easter is still the number one day in restaurant. I always thought it was Mother's Day.
I
It's
always
Easter.
thought Christmas. It's kind of sad this year's going so fast already. It's almost the end of February and Easter, it's April before you know it.
Yeah,
It's
we're almost in
already-
March already.
It's very sad. Time goes so fast.
How does everybody like the weather out there?
You don't like it.
Oh my God.
Ralphie says he wants to come back.
Yeah, I noticed how he wants to come back.
By popular demand.
I'm a proud senior, and seniors should get a discount because most seniors are on a fixed income. And so I did some digging today to find out what restaurants give you a senior discount.
Or say they give you a senior discount is more like it.
Sometimes I wonder if they train their employees, though,
Because I
to
know
know that they get a senior discount.
I've seen a list before, and I know I've tried to go to them, and I know one time we went to
Well, you don't look
one.
like a senior.
Well, thank you, but I am. I'm an old lady, but
Oh, you're not.
Burger King claims they give you 10% discount, but every time I've ever gone, they don't do that.
I had a fight with my dad in McDonald's one day. My dad was definitely up there in age. We finally get up there, and I said, "What do you want, Dad?" He said, "Hot dog."
McDonald's.
Dad, talk to you. I want a hot dog. I said, Dad, they don't have hot. This is McDonald's. I want a hot dog.
Isn't it Make Your Way? Or is that Burger King? Make it.
I still say it's Burger King.
I think it is too.
I got to say this. You check the internet. Taco Bell is coming out with some incredible new items.
They're getting creative, but they had to become creative because their businesses are dying when you think about it. It looks like a lot of the fast food places are. The only one I really notice, Chick-fil-A, always has a line that's just so long.
Well, you know what it is? Oh, and McDonald's just got in trouble about this. When you think fast food, you think less expensive.
No, they're expensive.
McDonald's got just chewed out. They're like, one of their burgers, the meal is $13 now.
Mm-hmm.
And people were complaining that this is just too expensive.
Just go to Costco for the $1.50 hot dog.
How do they do that?
Hi, Ralphie.
You get sauerkraut?
Not anymore. They
Uh-huh.
used to have that
They
with
cut sauerkraut
they
out.
cut, but they have relish. And they have mustard. And okay, come here.
You're going to bring his debut up again?
Back by popular demand
Hi, buddy.
is Ralph. with his tie.
I think he's
Are you camera shy,
I think
Ralphie?
he is.
Get your Ralphie.
Why do you want to get down?
No, he doesn't. Hi, Ralphie. This is our special guest star. As Margaret said, brought to you by popular demand. See his little tie? The baby.
And so he did. Why does he not want to be held?
He's bugging me. I think you don't want him to get on the table. He'll turn the computer off.
That's right.
He turns it off when I'm working.
So let's go on these senior discounts. Go ahead.
I'm not going to name the number one because I know they don't honor it.
You really don't?
No, they don't. And Wendy's.
Well, tell them who it is. So they
and
know.
Burger King, make it your own way. We make it your way. But also McDonald's has discounts on their drinks and coffee. And I know Wendy's claims they have discounts, but they only do it on drinks. We found that out ourselves.
Yes.
And White Castle. They
Wait a
don't
minute.
have
Free
White
drink
Castle
at
here.
Wendy's?
We never got a free drink.
No.
We always got 10%. That's why I said they're false advertising. These companies are false advertising it.
And I was surprised they listed White Castle.
I
We don't have
think
White-
it's funny.
We don't have White Castle down here.
No, rat burgers. Those are in Ohio.
What do you call them? Rat burger?
That's what we call them in Ohio, rat burgers.
I mean, you can buy them here.
Well, you can buy them frozen in
Yeah.
the store.
Not-
Sonic.
Not the same.
No, but Sonic and I didn't know Subway actually did it.
Really?
10% discount. Sonic, which I don't think I've ever been at a Sonic. Applebee's, I didn't know they did it.
Yeah.
Or IHOP.
IHOP.
Wait a
They
minute.
actually have a menu for seniors.
They do.
And you know who isn't on here that does have seniors also is the deli. They're all over town. We've eaten there before. We like their potato pancakes.
That's IHOP.
No.
The deli.
Oh my God. What is the name? Oh, this is gonna bug me. The deli.
Oh, the Jewish deli. Oh, now you made me forget.
Oh, this is gonna bug me.
Oh, they're in Lake Worth. They're in Boynton.
They're everywhere. Oh my gosh, this is
yes. Anyway, next, Denny's, Golden
Yeah.
Corral,
No, Denny's and Golden Corral both
and
absolutely.
the Outback. I didn't know the Outback.
I didn't either.
Hmm.
Sophia, what's that deli?
Like no, not Flanagan's.
If anybody knows, they're all over town.
They have the best Reubens in there.
Yes. And I love their corned beef and rye.
I love their Reubens.
Oh. And the little small potato latkes. I love those too. Oh, I can see the
I
restaurant.
can too.
I can see the sign except for the name.
Me too.
Oh. Where's our agent when we need her?
Yeah. Call in, Margaret. You know what we're talking about.
Wow. And what's funny is about 8 years ago, they were like one of the biggest advertisers on our show.
I can't think.
Okay.
Okay.
So let's talk.
There's Margaret calling me.
Yeah,
I'll be back.
you got to get it. I hope she's not calling to tell you she doesn't know the name of it. We're also going to be talking about burgers today. You know what? My favorite burgers.
2 J's.
2 J's.
Thank you, Margaret.
Oh, do we need our agent? That's right, 2 J's.
J's. My sister is smart. Thank you, Margaret.
Anything that needs to be looked up, no, we can ask Margaret. In case you have a question, let me give you Margaret's phone number. Anyway, burgers. There is a big foodie company that's doing top burgers, top 100 burgers in the United States. And I got to tell you, there weren't a lot down here at all.
I've been noticing when they do that, there aren't a lot of Florida restaurants listed, but there are like a lot of little, this is what we try to do, is find the little hidden gems that are in Florida that maybe a lot of people don't know about, and try to bring them on the show or advertise them when we're doing a show. And one of the biggest burger places was actually listed in the 30 best burger category for the US, and it was Gilbert's. 17th, what's it called? The 17th Street Grill in Fort Lauderdale.
17th Street Causeway.
Causeway is on there.
Yeah, it was.
It's like I'm trying to remember, it's kind of hard to find, I think, because I think it was in one of those strip malls.
This is a center. It is huge.
Yeah, and there's a lot of stores.
A lot of stores, a lot of restaurants in there. And it's right off of 17th Street over in Fort Lauderdale.
And there's a ton of restaurants in that strip mall. So I think it's kind of difficult to find.
Isn't that where the
yeah, the fish.
Yeah,
Yes.
I cannot do. I'm not.
And they were even hard to find.
Yes. They were like the corner store, but the center is a horseshoe. But it's a huge.
Right, and they were kind of hidden. Remember, because there was construction or something happening. So
there used to be one of the finest sushi restaurants, Asian chef who has won so many awards, used to be over there. I can't think of the name of the restaurant. It was there for 20 something years. The first time I went in, Sophia, the only table was available that someone was getting ready to leave. It was A-Rod.
Really?
He was there.
Wow.
And then sitting behind us was the president of L'Oreal.
Wow.
But the food was so good there. And he became an advertiser on our show. The only problem is he had a really deep accent and no one could understand him. So, like people would say, God, we always got so hungry when you had guests on the show, but no. But oh my God, his food was so good. I mean, that's what I mean. And there's a restaurant you don't like or didn't like that was on Atlantic Avenue on the railroad tracks. And I'm just mind warped today. The restaurant, the 3 floors.
Yeah, you just made me forget by saying that.
Yeah. I don't know if Margaret would know those.
She would. It had a snake in it. They closed.
Yeah,
because they found a python that had gone up to the bar area. How it got there, I don't know.
Right, it's across the street from.
I can't think.
There's only one railroad track that's on over in Delray Beach, off of the Atlantic Avenue, and now I'm trying to think of the Italian restaurant across the street from it too. But their food was so good, and they went under. I don't understand why. They had on the 3rd floor, they had a table for 8, and you could rent the table out, and it overlooked all of Delray and the ocean.
Right.
It was so beautiful, and it was right next to the kitchen, so you could get that aroma smell. Oh, I cannot
They were probably cooking Python.
Yeah, they might have been. That could be true. You know what? If you'd like to win a gift certificate, all you have to do is go to our website. It's so easy. We make it easy to win on our show. The phone number, the website address is www.eatandcritique. You have to spell out and TV show, TV.com.
I'm trying to find that restaurant. It's driving me nuts right
Well,
now.
you might going to have a hard time
I know they're closed
since
now.
they're out of business. They've been out of business.
I
for a
know how
long
to do it with Python.
Oh, okay. And we're going to talk about burgers. And there's something, I think it's huge happening with burgers. I get one of my favorite burger places is Charm City. Charm City has won so many awards for best burger. They without a doubt probably have the best burger. And it's over there in Delray Beach. It's east of 95. And it's in the public shopping center at the corner of Hillsborough and Federal. A little bit further down towards the ocean, but it's called Charm City.
Lionfish.
No?
It was the lionfish.
That's not the name of it.
And it had a boa constrictor.
Not the same one.
I thought it was.
No. They've been closed probably for
A year.
at least a year, maybe 2 or 3 years. I'll think of the name of it, but it was
I can't think then.
amazing.
So we're getting old. Our brain.
I know. Well, you're not.
I am.
So talking about burger, so I was going to tell you, Charm City has been there for 30 something years. Same location. They're moving their location about 3 miles away, and they're going to turn Charm City into a sandwich shop.
Wow. I've never eaten there, but I know Meat Eateries won a few awards too.
Meat Eatery is another great restaurant.
He's been on.
And I can't think of his name either. All of a sudden, I just went blank.
And he's been on Guy Fieri's show and ours. Like he's been on our show 3 times because he's expanding into the Fort Myers area. He has the Keys. He has one in Boca.
His one in the Keys was their first one. And you keep asking
and the
me.
Juicy Lucy. He was the one who won the award for Juicy Lucy burger.
Do you his partner? Because you keep asking me about this. Is a sommelier?
Yes, I'd love to have a sommelier on our show one day.
Maybe he'll come on the show. He used to come on all the time. Sophia, I don't know about you, but I'm like thinking about what was that restaurant? Because there's a burger place, same side of the street, same block.
I'm still thinking about Mafia.
Oh, no, there's a burger place called The Office.
Yes.
Oh my!
Still there.
It is.
Still there.
That one's still there. It is so good. The people who started BurgerFi own The Office.
Yeah.
So they know how to make a burger.
I like Duffy burgers.
I do too.
I like Duffy's.
At least when they can make it right.
No, that's Flanagan's.
Oh, okay.
Flanagan's is the one that keeps messing their burgers up. But Duffy's, they always get it right. They have a good burger there.
They do. There's a place called American Social.
Well, I've heard of them.
Gosh, they've got 5 locations now. They started off in Las Olas. It's a really neat concept. It's a gastropub because their food is really good, and they have several tables that actually have the beer, the keg on the table, and they have 6 to 8 different beers.
Kind of like Uncle Mike's, but he doesn't have a keg on the table.
Right.
He has it in the entrance.
Yes,
They had a good burger too.
that
Uncle
was pretty
Mike's.
good. Sophia, you know what the bad thing about our show is?
You get hungry thinking about
Well,
it.
no,
No, you're not.
I'm not hungry. But no, but the bad thing is you think of places to recommend to people. Like now, still trying to think of the Japanese
Vietnamese.
restaurant that was right there. I mean, right across the street from an Italian
I know, I
restaurant.
can't think either. I thought it was lionfish for
No.
some reason, but it wasn't.
No,
It was
it didn't
three
even have fish in
stories,
the name.
and the bar was at the top.
Yeah, well, they had 3 levels.
Right.
There was one restaurant, then there was a second restaurant, but all same owner, and they all did sushi there. And then the third floor was that level that you could have a party at.
No, I'm just like laughing because I'm still thinking about how funny that guy was, and he's gone. Too bad. But yeah, so
Then I'm going to ask you to talk.
what am I going to talk about?
If it's a talk show,
I know. Okay, so
you're not supposed to let people know that.
I was laughing because I had gone to my friend's house for dinner. What day? Thursday. And oh my gosh, can she cook? And she's Italian. And I look up and I see this cookbook called the Mafia Cookbook. And so she starts telling me about how the chef gave her the book. So I looked him up thinking, there's a lot of things going on now with the mob here in South Florida, like movies with the godmother and things like that. So I thought it'd be fun to have him on our show. And I started to investigate, but he's in the witness protection plan and he's actually passed away. But I printed some stuff out because he sounded like he was a character. This is from his cookbook. Remember the crowd I was feeding. Any meal may be their last, so it better be a good one. Crime may not pay, but it sure gives you a hell of an appetite. His nickname was Joe Dogs. So he was Joe Dogs. His real name was Joseph Iannuzzi.
Where was he from?
New Jersey.
Oh.
And he was a mobster, and he was in the Gambino crime family. And he actually worked here in Florida and New York, dealing with like Joe Gallo, the Gambinos, anyway, all of those, the Snake, Persico, the Colombo.
The Colombos?
Yes, the crime family. And he did everything from loan he even wrote it in his book. I did everything from loan sharking to leg breaking. But
how did he die though?
Nobody knows. I guess the heart attack. Who knows? He was in witness protection. But I thought it would be so much fun to have him on because his specialties were manicotti marinara with mint, pasta fagioli, lemon granita, and shrimp scampi. And they said he was hiding somewhere south, so they never did it. He actually wrote 2 books. The one was the Mafia Cookbook. Oh, wait, he wrote 3. Joe Dogs, The Life and Crimes of a Mobster, the Mafia Cookbook, and then his last book was Cooking on the Lamb. Oh. He just sounded like he had a great sense of humor. And so he wrote, and now I'm stuck in the witness protection program, being taken to dinner out in the middle of Wahoo land by U.S. Marshals and joints that advertise Italian night. and then serve, and then he used the F word, macaroni and ketchup instead of pasta. I guess it serves me right. But he was an informant, and his best friend actually tried, as he said, whack him. So
wait, his best friend
his
tried to whack
best
him?
friend tried to
Did
whack
he say
him
why?
because he was an informant. He turned the family in.
Oh.
And so I'm not going to I just printed a lot of stuff, but he said that his mom was the cook and that's how he learned, and that they let him in the mafia because he knew how to cook. And so he has a recipe that I was going to share, but it says like I was going to give some tidbits on turning informant. The guys in my new club asked me to spy on the guys in my old club who had tried to kill me. I had no problem with that. Revenge, like my cicoria ensalata, which is a dandelion salad, is best eaten cold. So he has a sense of humor. His bouillabaisse recipe, he said a nice fish stew for someone who someday may sleep with the fishes. And then cooking at the FBI safe house. I decided to do up something extra special just in case this was my last supper. I think it was, because we could. Did you find it?
I did.
Okay, what was it called?
Okay, I hope our manager's listening. Buddha Sky Bar.
Oh, that's right, the Buddha. I should have remembered the
Buddha Sky Bar and Buddha Gardens.
That's what it was. I should have remembered.
Yeah, except what I did was I went to LinkedIn
Mm-hmm.
because there's a big write-up about the general manager. Not there, but he was there. And it shows he was, we did everything there. But yeah, remember Buddha Sky Bar?
I do.
And what's really weird,
And I don't know why they closed, but they were actually starting, to be honest, lose a lot of business.
Why?
I don't know. People just stopped. Like when they first opened, it was the hot place to go.
Yes.
But then Del Rey started
But
developing.
you know what's weird? It's really a good location.
Yes.
It's a great location.
But Del Rey started
But
to
no
develop.
one's leased it out, though.
I don't know if it's because it's by the railroad track. I don't know.
I got to tell you something. A friend of mine bought a townhome over there.
Mm-hmm.
And I said to them, why did you buy a townhome right on the railroad track? And he said, well, the realtor told me that I can barely hear it.
Mm-hmm.
I said, that's not true. Because I'm going to tell you something. If you've been over there on Atlantic Avenue and the train's going, the ground shakes.
I was going to say that.
And Sophia, just as I said that the train came. And I said, here, you want to hear? And they went the next day and got their money back because it's loud.
It is loud. Well, just that one restaurant where they always have the great bands. When the train comes by, the whole restaurant shakes.
And it's always one of those long ones.
Yeah, no.
The freight car.
Great ones. And they go so fast.
Yeah. But the ground, it's so loud, the ground actually shakes. But what's weird is no one has leased that building out. And right across the street, the Greek restaurant, it's gone too.
Well, they weren't that good.
I know.
And they were known to not pay people. That's why they're gone from the old, as they used to call it, city center. They never paid rent there.
Sophia, you've got so many tourists.
There's so many restaurants in Del Rey. They've overbuilt Del Rey. There's so many restaurants to choose from that.
You know what it might have been? I don't know if anyone remembers this, but about 3 or 4 years ago, Del Rey changed their laws. And that, first of all, you could not be open past this. Yeah. And you couldn't have tables and chairs outside. And they made a lot of changes to the law. Maybe that's what did it. One time there was over 85 restaurants right there at Delray Beach.
There still are.
I don't know, because a lot of the restaurants were on the side roads,
they're still
little bitty.
Yeah, but they're still building on there. There's new restaurants that are going up. Look at the one Vietnamese restaurant that just went up on right by the bridge.
Right.
I mean, there are restaurants everywhere you look. It's a restaurant in Delray.
Well, I don't know how much you got, about 5 minutes. But, tell your friends about the show. This is a great place to find out, especially places that are kind of smaller. A lot of people don't know about them, because that's what we really, oh, look at that. Railroad's right on 30. But we really want to help those restaurants out that are smaller, that don't have a big advertising budget. What did she do? She told me to turn my phone off.
I did have it off. I don't know why I'm sorry, guys.
It's magic. See, but you can get away with that, though.
No, it was not nice.
Okay.
Sorry.
But it's just so strange, that I love that we're doing the show to try to help smaller restaurants.
That's what I love about it. And our listeners can do us a favor too.
What's that?
If they go to our website, critiquetvshow.com, and on the first page on the bottom, I'd like a YouTube to subscribe to. Just click on that YouTube button and subscribe to our show, please. And if you do want to win a gift certificate, there's an email on there too that you can write and say, I want to win, and send me your name with your address, and I'll send you a gift certificate.
It's so easy to win on our show. I mean, it really is.
We have a lot of gift certificates to give away, and some are really nice restaurants like Reno's. We have Reno's in Boca. Speaking of Italian mob.
Sophia said that. I didn't. I would never, ever, ever go there. We got, and I can't even share it with you today, but we got some great news about the show today.
Yes, just pray it and give us lots of prayers that these all come through, because it would be amazing.
It would be huge for our show. Let's give them our website one more time. What?
www.eatandcritiquetvshow.com. And is spelled A-N-D, and the critique, a lot of people always ask C-R-I-T-I-Q-U-E, and press, please.
Oh, and make sure if you'd like to come on our show, contact our manager after 2 a.m. She likes getting calls between 2 and 4 a.m. Yes. And tell her to go Heat, because she's a big Heat fan.
Yes, and they're playing again tomorrow. Go Heat. I believe they're playing tomorrow. We do want to hear about some of your favorite restaurants. So please write to us and let us know. And we thank you.
I guess we got to get out of here.
It always goes so fast.
I know. We'll be back next Monday night. And who knows who's going to be on the show.
And who knows about our news, hopefully.
Yeah. Oh, God.
News.
Would that be something, next week?
That would be awesome.
Okay, everybody. Hey, stay safe. God bless.
Be kind. Thank you.
We'll see you next week.
Bye.
You've been listening to the Eat and Critique Show with your hosts, award-winning restaurant critics, Steve-O and Sophia, brought to you by Incontro Italian Cuisine and Steakhouse, located in Coral Springs on the Walk. Be sure to join us again next week as Steve-O and Sophia interview top local restaurant owners and chefs. Steve-O and Sophia are known for their pure honesty when it comes to reviewing local restaurants. See you next week.
That was funny. They all